seems they haven't. And that was one of the things that struck us as we came into Tripoli last night, travelling from the western town of Zawiya, 50 kilometres away, which had been liberated, as they say, by rebels. Now, driving into Tripoli, it was an epic journey, really, and huge fires burning on the route, but bombed out buildings, really real devastation. And then coming into the capital itself, lots of shutters down. It really seemed almost eerily like a ghost town. There were groups of rebel supporters out on the streets manning checkpoints and shouting Allah Akbar, God is greatest, and things like Muammar is the enemy of God. But really, for the majority of the citizens here in Tripoli, stayed inside, it seems. More shots being fired right now across Green Square. It still is a volatile situation.
And is it possible to tell how much of the city there is under rebel control?
I really think it probably is too early to make judgments about that at this stage. The rebels say they largely control it, but one I spoke to last night told me that his home district of Tajura, which is in the east of Tripoli, which has been one of the hotbeds of Libyan uprising over the course of the last 6 months, one of the poorer neighbourhoods of Tripoli. He told me there was still fighting going on there into the night. In the capital's former Green Square, it's been renamed Martyrs Square now by the rebels. Well, basically, there were big celebrations around midnight. Hundreds of people gathered, mostly rebel fighters, that quickly dispersed. Rebels, they said, told people to go home because of security fears. So clearly the capital is not a consolidated rebel territory yet.
Catherine, assuming you feel safe to continue, can I ask you, does it surprise you how quickly Tripoli appears to have fallen, assuming it has done?
It did, yes, and other people I've spoken to, it surprised them too. I was speaking to people in Green Square when they were out celebrating. I spoke to one woman who was there with her husband, and she said she never believed this day would come, and certainly not this quickly. And I think actually that's taken a lot of people back, and that's one of the reasons behind this climate of fear and insecurity, if you like, that people really weren't prepared for this to happen. One woman told me she feared this was some kind of trap, and that it was all a bit too easy, and that she was perhaps expecting some kind of comeback from the Gaddafi regime.